Hello, and welcome to this week's Community Time. I hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving last week. Today, we'll keep Community Time brief as we're returning to school after a long break and obviously doing so virtually with everybody at home. I don't know about you, but for me, the week after Thanksgiving always brings about a lot of my favorite things each year as we enter December, a month that's filled with special holidays and of course the Starbucks Red Holiday Cup. This month is filled with Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Omisaki, and even Mr. Rayford's favorite, Festivus. It's really a beautiful thing to celebrate the holiday of your tradition, but I find myself wanting to learn more about the holidays of other religions and other places around the world. I appreciate that being at a school like Randolph, where we don't all have the same backgrounds and traditions, where we can learn from each other and appreciate those differences. And in learning from each other, it makes us all a bunch better. I encourage each of you to make some time over the course of this month to learn more about a holiday or a tradition that you're unfamiliar with. It won't mean giving up your own, but rather to broaden your own learning and to appreciate the meaning behind something so important to others around you. You know, this summer, when so much attention was focused on the differences between the experience of people of different races in our country, we saw a lot on our TV screens and on social media. Sure, there were a lot of unproductive and hateful yelling at different people, but far too much of that, actually. But there was also something else that happened, something else very beautiful. For the first time in the lives of a lot of people, there was a newfound appreciation for experiences that were different from their own. More and more people began to see issues around race with empathy and through a new lens. It was great to see so many of you, Randolph students, want to join in the cause to help make our school, our city, our nation better and more inclusive places. You, along with many of our own alums, took action to take a stand. And as a school, we're taking steps to become the better place that you want us to be. It's possible to be a great place already and still have room to be better. And this is an example of that. One of my hopes for this month that's filled with such beauty from all different cultures and different holidays, is that we also take some time to learn more about some of those that we're more unfamiliar with. Rather than just make the 10th TikTok of the day or scroll through your Instagram feed, take a minute or two and Google a holiday that you don't know much about. And then find out the reasons that culture celebrates that special time. And don't feel the need to stop there. One of the things that your teachers did this summer during their time off was to spend some time learning more about racial equity. At times, I'm sure it felt elementary going over some of the things that many of them are already very familiar with. But what I truly appreciated was that they took the time when they weren't on the clock, to learn and grow, often in uncomfortable moments. To a person, when we would discuss the material that we covered, they mentioned some new perspective or some new insight in how they would approach their teaching and learning and also their life outside of our school. They continued that work still. They still have. As most are studying together on implicit bias and how bringing our own bias and unpacking that, bringing that to the forefront is a major step early in breaking down walls to make our community an even more inclusive environment. Today, I did want to share with you one of the resources that our faculty used this summer in their growth in the work of diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's a 21-day racial equity challenge. Our version is based on the work of Dr. Eddie Moore Jr., Dr. Margaret Pinnock Parks, and Debbie Irving. Each day, there's a brief video or article or something of the sort that's designed to deepen your understanding of power, of privilege, supremacy, oppression, and equity. It doesn't take a large chunk of your day. But if you would choose to do this, I would encourage you to reflect and briefly journal your takeaways afterwards each day. Doing so has meant a lot to me and others who have worked through this. It can also be valuable to go back and do this more than once As each time you do this, there may be something else that grabs your attention. My own personal plan is to use this month of December to go back through and commit to this learning experience for the first 21 days of this month. I'd encourage any of you who are so inclined to join me as well. And if this all sounds crazy to you, that the idea of privilege is just made up, I challenge you to give this a chance, an honest chance, and see. At worst, you've only given up 10 or 15 minutes of your time, but at best, this will make our community stronger and better. Something that we should all want if we're truly about seeking truth, developing character, and nurturing all. This is completely voluntary. On the screen now, you'll see the link and a QR code that will take you to the challenge. I encourage you to go ahead and bookmark that. If you have any issues with the website, don't hesitate. Reach out and send me a Canvas message. I look forward to hearing from several of you who will be doing this challenge with me as well. This week in athletics, bowling looks to have another full week as they continue to have such a strong season and pile up the wins. Tuesday, they'll take on Lindsay Lane. Wednesday and Thursday, they'll take on East Limestone. Swim and dive has the state meet on Friday at the Huntsville Aquatic Center. We're excited, obviously, for that big event and know that they are as well. Wrestling will compete in the Huntsville Invitational at Huntsville High School Friday and Saturday. And in other announcements, the spring play auditions and interviews are today and tomorrow. If you're interested and have not done so already, please contact Coach Scarborough, as those will be done virtually. Just a reminder, Wednesday is a full class day. It is not an independent work day. Because we have planned for this to be a 1 week only virtual period, we're going to keep Wednesday as a full class day. There's no late start. So see your teachers. They should be reminding you of this. Also, we have 3 weeks left in this first semester. We really want to finish strong. And if you're on that borderline of an average, or you have a good bit of room to pull up your average, find a time to meet with your teachers. They want to meet with you and are there to help you. We all want you to make a strong final push to end this semester. Thank you for your time and attention today. Good luck with all your virtual classes this week. Stay safe, and hopefully we can all be back together in person next Monday. Be excellent to each other, and seniors, you are dismissed.